And now to breaking new developments on that Cybertruck that blew up outside of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Tonight, investigators are confirming the identity of the man inside that truck, and they say that he died prior to the explosion from a self-inflicted gunshot. Now we're learning a lot more about his background and journey to the hotel. And Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo has been in Las Vegas covering this story for the past 24 hours, and he has tonight's new developments.
Authorities know a lot about that suspect. They also know that he took his own life. He shot himself in the head before setting off that explosion that happened in the valet area here behind me. It is business back to as usual here at the Trump International Hotel. You could barely tell something happened here yesterday morning outside of the kind of lingering lights flashing, reflecting off the front doors of the hotel here. Meanwhile, investigators have been working hard to try to nail down a motive in this case. They've learned a lot about the suspect, but that's the one question they haven't answered. Police found his passport, military ID, wallet, and all sorts of other personal items in the burned-out Tesla truck. So they're confident 37-year-old Matthew Livelsberger is responsible for blowing up a rented Cybertruck in front of the Trump International Hotel in Las Vegas Wednesday morning. Authorities believe Livelsberger killed himself with this gun shortly before the truck exploded, a truck that was packed with fireworks, gas cans, and other fuel, a makeshift bomb that wasn't terribly complicated.
The level of sophistication is not what we would expect from an individual with this type of military experience.
That experience goes back nearly 20 years, and over that time, Livelsberger worked his way up the ranks. At the time of the bombing, he was a master sergeant in the elite Green Berets, an active-duty Special Forces Army soldier who was on approved leave. Today, we also learned Livelsberger and the suspect in the New Orleans terrorist attack were both at the Army base formerly known as Fort Bragg. Both served in Afghanistan, and both used the Turo app to rent the cars used in the attacks, which happened within hours of each other. I asked the sheriff how they factor in these striking similarities.
You know, it's an interesting thing during these kinds of investigations that if these turned out to be simply similarities, very strange similarities to have. And so we're not prepared to rule in or rule out anything at this point.
Livelsberger rented the truck in Colorado on Monday, and thanks to charging stations, authorities know the exact route he took across 4 states. In Colorado Springs today, federal agents searched his townhouse and spoke to his wife, but say right now they're no closer to understanding a motive.
We have to focus on what we know and what we don't know. We know we have a bombing, absolutely, and it's a bombing that certainly has factors that raise concern. It's not lost on us that it's in front of, of the Trump building, that it's a Tesla vehicle, but we don't have information at this point that definitively tells us or suggests it was because of this particular ideology or any of the reasoning behind it.
Amazingly, no one else was seriously hurt in the explosion. Even some panels of the Cybertruck barely have any damage, as most of the explosion went straight up and not out where people were standing. As repairs are now underway at the tower, people are quick to point out you could barely tell anything happened.
Almost no damage. The windows didn't even break out, so very light.
Yeah, I was shocked that even the chandeliers, the glass in the chandeliers weren't even damaged.
Authorities say Tesla has gone above and beyond in helping investigators with this case. They're the ones who initially provided the information about the charging stations from Denver all the way here to Las Vegas. And we're told some technicians or staff coming to Vegas today to help pull some information out of that Cybertruck, whether it's video or audio, really anything to help those investigators try to figure out a motive. In Las Vegas, I'm Tim Caputo, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC 7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC 7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.